We have seen while loop and do while loop and programs we have seen. So even these both while loop programs, same you can write for the for loop also. Similar, but the difference is the structure is different. The way it works is same as a while loop only. Basically, while loop, what it will do, while loop first condition will check, then it will enter to the body, right? Initialization after check the condition. Then if the condition is true, it will enter into the while loop body. And all the statements inside the while loop, it will be executed. Again, it will go to condition. So you will get the latest updated value and you will again get checked the condition and then enter into the body if the condition is true. See, similar way, but for loop also almost similar, but the structure is a little bit different than while loop. So if user wants to execute the block of code several times, it means the number of iterations is fixed. You know the how many iterations you want to do. Then you will go for the for loop. While loop, when you can go, when you don't know the number of iterations, you just know the condition, then you can go for the while loop. And to most of the your programs, you can use for loop only. So Java provides very concise way of writing the loop structure. It contains 4 parts. First, initialization will be there. Then second part, condition. Third part, body of the for loop. And fourth one is increment and decrement. The execution also same order it will execute. First, initialization. Second, condition will be checked. Once the condition is true, it will jump into the body of the loop. Once the body is over, then it will go to increment and decrement part. So this is the code execution also same order. I have given 1, 2, 3, 4. So condition here writing time you will write in the same line all of them. Body will come later. But here for initialization first, semicolon, condition, semicolon. After condition, cursor doesn't go to here. It will go to body. Condition after, the cursor will move into for loop body, the third part. So which is the third part here in this line? Body. It's not this one. It won't be done after condition. Condition after, cursor will come into the body. After body execution, then it will go to increment or decrement part. If you get this concept, then for loop also done. Same way we did in the while loop also. So first initialization, then condition, condition after it went to body, and the body itself the increment decrement happened. But here body inside you won't write increment decrement. So in the same single line only will write everything. Body separately will write, but the execution order will 1, 2, 3, 4 only. First initialization, then condition. If the condition is true, comes into the for loop body. After body part execution, now it will go to increment decrement part. If the increment is or decrement, it will give latest value, right? If it is increment, one value will be added and you will get a new value. Then after increment, where it will go cursor? It will go to condition. So condition is true, comes inside to the body. So this is the order of execution. Now you can see. So print 1 to 10 numbers with the for loop. For 1 to 10 means initialization is 1. So int I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 10, semicolon I plus plus. So then it is coming into the body, system.out.print I plus /t. So /t means what? In the same line, I am printing all the I values and giving a space between I, so 1 and 2, 2 and 3 like that. Who is giving that space? This /t is giving. I'm append operator. So that's this increment operator purpose. So that's how, see again I have written all the iterations. First, int I equal to 1. 1 less than or equal to 10. True. Comes inside. So 1 will print. And once after body is over, this only one statement is there in the for loop body. Then where it will go? It will go to this part, third part. Now it will increment 1 plus 1, 2. You will get the 1 plus 1, 2. So less than or equal to 10. 2 comes inside, 2 will print. And /t will, the space, 2 after space. Then it will go to this third part, I plus plus. So that is 2 plus 1, 3. So 3 less than or equal to 10, true. Comes inside, 3 will print. And so once 3 is printed, space also will print. Then it will go to again 3 plus 1, 4. So after incremented, once you get the latest I value, so where it will go? It will go to condition. Here it will go. Condition part. 4 less than or equal to 10. True comes inside. 4 will print. So the body is over. Body after, it will go to increment part. So 4 plus 1, 5. So again, it will go to, you got the latest I value. Now it will go to this condition part. Like this, the loop will keep on rotating. So that is, see how clearly explained visually. If you observe the visually, this, if you remember this diagram, it is going to come very nicely. Homework, you observe this. First it started with initialization. It is coming. Cursor is coming here to the condition. If the condition is true, where it is going? This is the body, right? For loop body. So it is coming, the cursor is coming to for loop body. And after the body, where it is going? To the I plus plus value. There, that means increment or decrement, whatever you write, it will go here. After the increment, again cursor is passing to condition. Again, you will get a latest I value here. Then cursor is passing to condition place. If condition is true, again comes into the body, then move into the increment part, then passing to this. And this is the mechanical, right? Mechanical flow. It will go like this. So if it is false, it will exit entire loop. Just remember this diagram, and then your for loop is very, very clear. See how clearly the flow is explained here with the diagram. So anybody can easily understand this flow, right? So if you have any doubts, let me know here. So that much clarity is there. So 10 to 1. So try it out. Try it out writing 10 to 1. So how to write all the iterations you practice. So then you will get a proper way how to do that. So even see how many times the below program will execute. For int I equal to 2, I less than or equal to 20, I times I. So this already we did. So the program we did in the while loop. Same I am doing with the for loop. So then you can see for int I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 10, I minus minus. So can you tell me how many times this will execute? This code, how many times it will execute? One time, 2 times, 10 times, or infinite times? How many times this code will execute?
It's infinite. We're decreasing the value every time, so it never meets the condition.
Yeah. See, it's going to infinite because there is no chance of becoming, here false. I value less than or equal to 10. If you reduce, it is going negative values also. So always going to be less than 10 only. So that's why this will go infinite time. That's infinite, for loop it will generate. So the one, so you need to understand this infinite loops. Even this also, it will generate the infinite loop. For int I equal to 0, I greater than or equal to 0, I plus plus. It is, going, the I value always you're incrementing. So that means always greater than 1, no, 0. There is no chance of becoming, less than 0. So that's why this also generates infinite loop. And another one, this also, it will generate the infinite loop. If you just write like this also generates the infinite loop. So all these are infinite loops will be generated. This kind of program in the exams they will give this kind of piece of code, and they will ask you how many times this loop will execute and all this. But if you understand the here, and you can easily answer this multiple choice questions, they will give infinite times or 1 time or so 10 times. Like that they will give an answer, you have to do that. Next, see, write a program to find out the sum of n natural numbers. I already done this in the while loop. Same you convert into for loop format. So that is the another program. You can do that. Initially, you declare the number, the user is going to give a number to this program. He has to input. So how many numbers sum you want? First 100 numbers sum, otherwise first 50 numbers sum, or 200 numbers sum, 300 numbers sum. That is the input you are giving for the program. And initially sum is 0. You are not having any sum first. That's why you are declaring the sum value 0, first step. Second step, loop. Int j equal to 1, j less than or equal to n, j plus plus. So sum equal to sum plus j. So this j, previous sum value, you add the current j value. So one by one you are adding. So till n value you have to repeat it. Then return the sum. This is a return type method because it is returning the value. So that's the one you have to catch. Another one is the logarithmic table. So I think we have seen in the in our academics how to print this logarithmics, but here you can do just So whatever the max value you are entering, that max value times math.log logarithmic I, if you give, so it will print the logarithmic values. So that's a math class. This log static method we are calling. This is the math class. I told you all the methods in the math class are static methods. So that we are calling and passing the I value. So that many times it is going to see if max value 6, give 6 logarithmic values, it will print. So all loop, basically loop, initialization, condition, increment, then block code, for loop block code. So that's what, so we need to practice. So let me write one small program so that you can understand how the code is executing. Then, so we can move out from this. So there is a next topic comes, nested for loops is there. So we'll see that nested for loop also. After this for loop program, one I will write. Remaining you practice. Remaining you practice all the while loop programs. This every while loop program, you convert this every while loop program into for loop. See, every while loop program, this every while loop program, you convert into for loop. That's it. So that's the task for you guys all. Okay. So you have to write and send it to me that. So you should not miss this. No, tomorrow you have to finish this and you have to come. I need to see in my inbox all the while loop programs you should be converted into for loop. Okay. So let me write one program here. I haven't seen many people write, didn't write this program. I have given task to you guys. But only I think Mallishwari has written and Lakshman only written. These two people only written. But nobody others are not practicing at all. That's a dangerous will, okay? If you're not practicing the programs. Logic won't improve basically if you're not writing the programs. So for a demo, the main method. So I'll write the non-static methods again. So let's understand the non-static methods. So non-static method syntax is access modifier. See, I'm writing again methods only. So void method name. So what I'm going to do here is logical build. So private void. I want to print 1 to 100 without using for loop. Without using numbers. I should not use in the initialization 1. In the condition, I should not use 100. So how can we do that? So this is the program we need to practice. So let's see how to do this. Private void. The method name is print 1 to 100 without numbers. I should not use numbers in my program at all. Right? So write this. So this is the problem is here. So this is the problem is. So let me print this problem. The problem here is write a program to print 100 without using numbers. In your program, you should not use any number here. Then how can we do that? So that's what the main thing you have to concentrate. Let's see, printing 1 to 100 without using numbers. see how to do that. So the initialization for loop, right? For loop I have to initialize int I equal to, see, I'm not using any numbers here. You can do small a also. So I less than or equal to d I plus plus. So let me do this outside. Here I'll just declare and I'll use the I. Okay, so the invalid character. This is also correct only. What we did? So we didn't close the single quotes properly. That's the main issue. So I don't want to 2 times. So you have to, why I have written here A by A. So what you will get? If you get the same, you divided by same character, what you will get?
1.
1 you will get. So what is the D character ASCII code?
100.
100. See? So till 100 you iterate, I'm saying. It will start with 1 here. It is starting with 1, right? And it is going up to till 100. So this is how you need to use without using any loops, the numbers. Are you are you using anywhere here numbers? No, right? Nowhere you're using numbers, but you're using characters. So characters you assign to integer. I told you, if you assign the character to integer, you will get a ASCII codes. That's what it is happening here. And then I'll bring the cursor to next line. So that's it. See, first this will be 1. Here 1 you will get. 1 less than or equal to 100. So, sir, you assigned D, but where 100 will come? So, what is the I data type? Integer, right? So, if you assign the character to integer, you will get the I value as a, 100, this D. D value 100 will come here and it will keep 100 only. I value 1 less than or equal to 100, it will first time. 1 less than or equal to 100, it will check. So that is true. Comes inside, 1 will print. Then same now, again I plus plus. I value will be updated by 2. So I value will update. So 1 plus 1, 2. Again it will go 2 less than or equal to 100. Internally the code will rotating like this. It is rotating like this and it will give the output to you. So that's what how it is printing. This is the one program. So you haven't done. I'm just giving. You convert this into while loop. So I have given in the for loop this program, right? This program you convert into while loop program. So try it out. So whether you're able to convert or not, you try it out. Send out this program. This is one simple program. So next program you missed another program is find the difference of even and odd numbers sum, right? That also you missed it. Other people haven't done. I'll so let me explain that also. So write a program to return the difference of even numbers sum and odd numbers sum. So that you didn't do that. I have given clear examples, but so you're not able to do this. This is another program. So I want to show you how you can make it out. So this method is a return type method. So you can write one parameter. So automatically it will come, right? Protected int. So different get even odd sum difference. So int n. So in the given range, so you have to get that. So I'll build this. Let me 1 minute, because so I want this. See, automatically you will get the parameter name, right? And the return keyword. Because this is a return type method, right? That's fine. And I am writing the definition of the method, what this program is doing. So first I have to declare, I need to get the even numbers, some odd numbers, some two separate variables. So that is the first step. Step 1. So declare two variables for even sum and odd sum. Declare them int. So even sum equal to 0, comma, odd sum equal to 0. So declare like that, right? So it doesn't have any value. So I'll give, follow the camel case. So int even sum equal to 0, odd sum equal to meaningful names you have to give for the variables so that it will be easy for you. Now write the for loop for second step. Step 2. So iterate the loop till last number. So for initialization is int I equal to 1. Condition I less than or equal to n I plus plus. Always you will write the same loop for loop only. Even in the arrays also I'm going to use from now onwards for loop only. And so I have to check, okay, how do you know which one is even? You have to get immediately, okay, in the 1 to, take 1 to 100. In the 1 to 100, there are even numbers are there, odd numbers are there. You cannot sum all of them into one variable. You have to separate it. How can we separate? Filter it with if condition. Even numbers you separate, odd numbers you separate. So if I value percentile by 2 equal to 0, then sum them. So even sum equal to even sum plus that even number you add to that even sum. Else odd sum equal to odd sum plus I. The odd number you add. Here even number you add for the even sum value and odd number you add for the odd sum value. Now after this if else, in step 3, increment the I value. Already you incremented here, you don't need to do that. Then what you need to do extra after this, after the for loop, it is after the for loop, right? Next step 3. So make the difference. Make the even sum minus odd sum. Right? Even sum, odd sum minus you do, and that you store in the sum variable. Int difference equal to even sum minus odd sum. All mathematics, very simple mathematics. It's not a big complicated thing. All plus minus these things only, right? So then return the difference. That's it. Done. The difference of these two values you will store in this diff variable. That value you are returning. That's it. So you take a simple n value 10 you take. Iterate all of them. Iterate. See, suppose n value, I'm executing this program with a 10. So debug mode I'll run and I'll show you. So let me run in the debug mode. I'll show you this. How can you call non-static methods? Sartha, how can you call non-static methods in the same class? What is the procedure to call the non-static methods under main method?
Data type of the method, variable, data type of the method.
No, okay. Data type, this is a return type method. You are saying a data type of the method. Okay, data type of the method. Okay, data type.
Object name, object reference.
Object reference.
No, sir.
Wrong.
Variable name. Variable name
Variable name
is equal to object reference and the return type method name.
Object reference and
Dot.
return type method name, right?
Return type. Yes.
But this object is not there, right? You have to first create object before this step first, right? That you are missing. First, you have to create object for the class, right? That step you are missing. How you will get the object reference? How will you get object reference? By creating object for what? For this class. You have to create object for the class. First, that step you are missing. Create object for the class for demo using new keyword. So, how to create object? Syntax is class name, reference of object equal to new class name. So this is the object creation syntax. To do that, same for demo. So fdobj equal to new for demo. So that's it. Now you got the object reference. With this object reference, you are calling this return type method. This return type method you are calling. This method is returning integer. So right here, integer. Then some difference equal to some variable name. I am giving any variable name. Then object reference is fdobj dot get even odd sum difference, and take first 10 numbers sum only I am taking. Simple example I am taking. Simple value you take. 100 you can give later, but first give 10 numbers sum only. I will run this in the 10 numbers some differences. I can print that. Some diff. Okay? Some difference you can print that. Now, so let me run in the debug mode. This is the debug mode, how to run. I have explained already. I'm going to show one more time how to run in debug mode. So when it comes to, first you have to put a toggle breakpoint. That's the first step, running in the debug mode. First step you have to put in the toggle breakpoint, which line onwards you want to run. Then, so you right click, debug as. Generally we will use a run as, right? So now you have to use a debug as Java application. So line by line code will execute. Switch to debug mode. It is moving to debug mode. Now n value, whatever you have given, it came to 10. Because here you have given n value 10, right? Here you have given n value 10. Your code is also running in the debug mode. Debug mode it is running. And it came here and stopped here. It is in the running mode. It is in running mode. It came and stopped here. Why it stopped here? Now you need to interact. Now you need to interact. See, even some value or some value also will come here. Will come here in the right hand side variable section. Now execute this step over. See, even some value initially 0 or some value initially 0. Now it is going for the for loop. So next 29th line it came, int I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 10, it is going to write. N value it is giving, showing 10 n value. So I value currently so 1. So it will show current I value 1. So execute this. They click on this step over F6. So on the toolbar, you click on F6. So next it is going to next. Now I value currently 1. See that? See that value. 1 percentile by 2. True or false? False. False means where it will jump in the if else conditions. It will go to else block. It came here and it is calculating. See, add some initially 0. See, add some value. You put a 0 and I value it is 1. See, when you put a cursor on that variable, what is the current value? It will show you very clearly. So now execute. Again went to see add sum currently. Before it was 0, now it is 1. I value will change to now 2. I value change it to 2 by 2 0. Right? It is true. Comes inside, even sum is calculating now. So 0 plus 2. Now current even sum value becomes 2. Can you see here right hand side the values are changing here, and it will jump else part if part executed. It will go out to again that for loop again. I value will increment. So now I value increments. Observe there. Here in the yellow color it is highlighting when the I value changed. So the condition checks now. So condition checks and the condition is for loop condition true. And if condition is checking now. So 3% by 2, it is false. It will jump into else part. The code is moved to else part. Cursor is moving to else part. Now it will calculate now. Previous add some value 1 now. So now here add some value if you put 1 is showing. I value currently showing 3. 1 plus 3, 4 it will store in the add sum after calculation. This line I am executing 33 line. See, add some value 4 it becomes. Now I value will update to 4 and then it will come 4% by 2 0 true comes inside, it will calculate. The previous even sum value already 2. Current I value 4. 2 plus 4, it will become how much? 2 plus 4 will assign to even sum. What is the even sum value now? After execution of 31 line, what you will get? 6 you will get. 6 will store there in the even sum. If you see, even sum value 6. Before it was 2, right? Now it becomes 6. Each values you can see when you mouse over on them. So what is the current value? What is the I value? All this it will clearly show you in the debug mode. You can understand the code line by line code execution. I5 and now 5 is percentile by 2 not equal to 0. That's why it went to else spot. The condition becomes false here. That's why jump to else spot. So this is the code, line by line code. You can see how it is. Now I value becomes 6. So 6 less than or equal to 10 true comes inside. 6% by 2 true. So now even sum will calculate. So the output will change. So even sum change it to 12. So again goes up. I value becomes 7. So 7% by 2 equal to 0. False. So it will go to else spot. So odd sum, current odd sum value 9 and I value 7. 9 plus 7, it will become 16. So 16 will be stored there in the odd sum variable. And separating the odd sum and even odd numbers sum, even number sum, I'm completely separating. Otherwise, how you can differentiate? So that we are taking into two variables, then you are separating. So then loop it. So 8% by 2 0 true, it will come here and calculates even somewhere. Again goes up and I value becomes 9. 9% by 2 not equal to 0. That's why it came to else spot. This condition, if condition becomes false, that's why it came to else spot. That's what I told you. These basics you need to remember. Okay, condition becomes false. In the if else, where the cursor will go, else spot code is executing. If condition is true, so if part is code will execute. So that basics you should know. So if you remember, then cursor going for the line by line. And so again, so now it came here. Even sum you see now, even sum 30 and odd sum 25. 30 minus 25, the variable which contains, so, and you execute, you will come to know. So now you see diff value 5 is coming. See diff value, mouse over, you will get a 5. The output, the right side output, it is storing there. So 5 is showing. So this is a very, very clearly you can see if you run in debug mode. So output is going to print F5. Okay. So this is the how to run in debug mode. Still running mode only because still this is executing. This is the method ending. The main method ending here, 53 line. So that's why one more time you press this, it will end. The program execution is over. So this is the how the code will execute. And if you want to come back to Java perspective, now we're in the debug perspective, right? You want to come back, click on this icon, top right side. So it will come to Java perspective and remove this toggle breakpoint. Double click, it will be removed. Now normal mode it will run. See, quick I can run it. So normal mode, see, you got the one. Debug mode, line by line code, it will be executed. But if you run normal Java mode, quickly it will execute, right? So that's the one. And another one, you can give now 100 numbers sum. So you can see, so immediately you will get the answer. 50, you will get the difference. See, 50 is the difference. Even if you want, you can give 100 numbers sum. I'm not just changing my input data. I'm not changing the logic. Logic is same, but only your input data is changing. Any n number you give, it will see, it will improve 200 numbers sum. So this is the 100 difference. 200 numbers sum difference is 100, right? So this is the how you can call and see 100 numbers sum. I'll see FDOBZ and I'm calling the void method. Calling so void method. So void non-static method. What is the non-static method? How can you call void non-static method? Object reference dot. So print. This is the void method. Void without parameters. Object reference dot non-static method. So it will print all the 1 to 100 numbers. 1 to 100. I didn't use any numbers there. 100 numbers it will print. So this is the how you can use the code 100, 1 to 100. That's it. Okay. So this is the two programs you haven't done. I have given exercise, but you haven't done. That's why I'm explaining here in detail. So this is how you can know practice. If you write the programs only, your logic will improve. If you're not writing, logic is never going to improve. If you keep scaring and small programs you practice. Here you have a lot of programs in our blog. Small programs, right? All these programs, small programs. These programs you try all these programs and see how it is iterate. See how I have written iterations. Why can't you do this? Right? If you do like this, iteration by iteration, you can easily understand and try all these programs. So you can try all these programs. Yeah. So that's the one I want to tell. And logarithmic is, you can try if you want, write this program also, logarithmic program. So just simple program, you can practice that also. Here it is there, you practice this. Now I'll just close here. Then I will start the nested for loops.